This one is Marco Comes Late on page 31 in Horton and the Huggerbug and more lost stories. So, Marco comes late. "Young man," said Miss Block, "it's 11 o'clock. The school begins promptly at 8:45. Why, this is a terrible time to arrive. What's wrong with you, boy? Is your head made of wood? Why don't you come just as fast as you could? What is your excuse? It had better be good." Marco looked at the clock. Then he looked at Miss Block. "Excuse?" Marco stuttered. Well, you see, well, it's like this. Something has happened to me. This morning, Miss Block, when I left home from school, I hurried off early, according to rule. And I said when I started at 8:15, I must not, I will not, I shall not be late. I'll be the first pupil in my seat. Then bang! Something happened on Mulberry Street. I heard a strange peep, and I took a quick look. And you know what I saw with the look that I took? A bird laid an egg on my arithmetic book. I couldn't believe it, Miss Block, but it's true. I stopped, and I didn't quite know what to do. I didn't dare run, and I didn't dare walk. I didn't dare yell, and I didn't dare talk. I didn't dare sneeze, and I didn't dare cough. Because if I did, I would knock the egg off. So I stood there, stock still, and it worried me pink. Then my feet got quite tired, and I sat down to think. And while I was thinking, down there on the ground, I saw something move, and I heard a loud sound of a worm who was having a fight with his wife. The most terrible fight that I've heard in my life. The worm, he was yelling, that boy should not wait. He must not, he dare not, he shall not be late. The boy ought to smash that egg off his head. Then the wife of the worm shouted back, and she said, to break that dear egg would be terribly cruel. An egg's more important than going to school. That egg is that mother bird's pride and her joy. If he smashes that egg, he's the world's meanest boy. And while the worms argued about what I should do, a couple of big cats started arguing too. "You listen to me," I heard one of them say. "If this boy doesn't go to school right away, Miss Block will be frightfully, horribly mad. If the boy gets there late, she will punish the lad." The other cat snapped, "I don't care if she does. That boy must not move." So I stayed where I was, with the egg on my head, and my heart full of fears, and the shouting of cats and worms in my ears. Then, while I lay wondering when all this would stop, the egg on my book burst apart with a pop, and out of the pieces of red and white shell jumped a strange, brand new bird, and he said with a yell, "I thank you, young fellow. You've been simply great. But now that I'm hatched, you no longer need wait. I'm sorry it kept you till 11 o'clock. It's really my fault. You tell that to Miss Block. I wish you good luck, and I bid you good day." And that's what the bird said. Then he fluttered away. And then I got here just as fast as I could. And that's my excuse. I think it's quite good. Miss Block didn't speak for a moment or two. Her eyes looked at Marco, and looked him clean through. Then she said, "That's a very good tale, if it is true. Did all those things really happen to you?" Well, answered Marco, with sort of a squirm. "Not quite all, I guess. But I did see a worm." The end.